Roll back on your thumbs. Gong. Very cool. Right. So we'll go over the three opening and closings to start off with. We'll just go back over the practice and just talk about the three of them, and then we'll do the whole set. We'll do the all 8 sets, all 8 directions. The one go. Oh, look at that! Yawning, and I went to bed early. So we'll do the whole 8. We'll do it as one big set. Now, if you get a bit complicated with it, you get a bit caught up in this, you can always go back and watch the video again because it's as a practice. But I'm not going to stop in it. I'm not going to teach you. I'm just going to go through all the whole 8 directions. So as I say, just go back to the video and watch it again. Or if you want to, you can just buy the toe raising conversion back in course, and it breaks it down into all the directions and things and makes a lot more detail. But I won't do that today. I'll just go to do the whole thing. But I will show you one side. We do the same, basically the same thing for all the directions. We just have to feet changes and things, which we'll talk about as we go. Yeah. So we start off, when we start this exercise, we start stepping off with the, you've got to remember which foot forward is first, right foot. So your right foot goes forward. Yep. So when we're standing in this posture, so when we step forward, we're not going to step off to the quarter. So it's important. So when our feet are parallel to the front, when we step forward, both feet are still parallel. Yeah, they don't have one foot off to the quarter and we can do it that way. They're parallel. And every time we step, we always step and the feet are parallel all the time. For obvious reasons, because one of them steps, we've got to sit there and we've got to bend down that way. And you need your feet to be this way because your knee's going to go down straight over your toe. And the other knee's going to come down straight over the other toe. So they need to be facing this way. So just remember that when we're doing the set. So we start off from the beginning. We're stepping forward, heel toe. Good. And then when we bring our hands forward, we weight's on the back foot. As we bring our weight forward, we come back into the center. When I talk about center weight, it's the weight evenly between the front foot and the back foot, whichever one's front and whichever's back at the time. So when I do double weight, that's where we're back to that spatial center. Yep. As we move from the back, we come forward, the hands come up, and then bring the energy up the body, and then we adopt the prayer position. The prayer position is in front of Renjong, Changshong, which is Ren 17, which is the front door of your heart. So you're sitting there with the hands in front of the heart. At this stage, we're double weighted, and we're going to move forward. As we move forward, the hands come up to the upper Dantian. Now, it's right in front of Yin Tang. Yeah? Can you just zoom in on this, please, Lim? So it's right into Yin Tang itself. So as you come forward, from this position, as we come forward, it comes right up, and it comes to Yin Tang. Yeah. Now, when you look at your palm of your hands, I can't show you that because it's facing me. Well, I'll do it this way so you can see it. You can see it. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to come forward so you can see that. I know it's on auto zoom. There you go. So, oops, I'll stay in the light. There. So when you have your hands like that in prayer position, see there's a hole between your thumbs. Generally, there will be a little hole because the way the thumb's got a curvature in the bone. Curvature in the bone is a hole. Just there. Well, that's the point that goes into Yin Tang. Yeah, which is Yin Tang between your eyes. And that's the piece that goes there. Yep, and so that's what you're aiming for is the aiming mark of your hand, so you know where it goes. Yep. So it comes up, prayer position, move the body weight forward onto the right. Now, I'm not going to mirror you for this. I'm going to do it exactly the way it's done, because otherwise trying to remember right and left foot's really, really different when we're going all the way around and coming back. I'm going to do it exactly otherwise. I've got to do it in complete reverse for all the directions. I'm not going to do that. I'll just confuse myself. So it comes forward. That hole is into Yin Tang. Holds up. Yeah. As you rock back all the way back to the back foot, then you open up. So moving fully forward, fully back from kidney point to kidney point, and then we come forward. You breathe out as you bring your hands apart, and you breathe in as you bring your hands to the front, all the way to the front. Breathing out, and we do it 3 times, and it comes to the front. Good. Then it comes back to double weight, back to the center. Then you bring your hands down, you return the chi to the lower dantian, and then it comes back up, back into prayer position again. Good. The next one is we're going to move forward. This time we're going to go to our lower dantian. Well, we normally call it our lower dantian, but for this practice it's the middle dantian. And we bring your hands forward as we rock forward. So I'm rocking forward. I'll show you that. We're rocking forward with the hands come down. Yep. And then we're going to open. We're going to go backwards and forwards. So we're going to go all the way back as we open, and all the way close. Now we do this all the time, opening, closing lower dantian. But what we're doing is we're moving forward and backwards and not doing it static. So we're going from one foot to the other. We breathe out, and we breathe in when we come back in. Yep. And when it comes back in, then it comes back to the center first, then the hands come up. Now, you'll see that done differently sometimes, and you can do one that comes back to the chi, back to the lower dantian, and then back up to the prayer position. And sometimes you'll see me doing it where from the bottom, when I've come from here, I come back, I just come straight back up and go to the prayer position. Or you can do it from there, comes up, brings the chi all the way up the body, returns its lower dantian, and then back into prayer position. Same with the last one as well, that position. Then we go down onto our feet. Remember, our feet are parallel, so we can just lower ourselves down. Yeah. Hands come down to the front. Now, you don't breathe in this one. You don't do the in and out breath. You do the exercise. Your mind is about clearing your lower dantian, which is hui yin, this ren one. That's the area you're clearing, ren one, do one. But you don't do the breath out, breath in for this pattern. You just have a think of the idea of clearing the energy, but don't use the breath. Do it 3 times. Hands together. Then you bring your hands down by your side and just let them hang down. Yeah? And then you just stand back up again. Now, as you stand up, the energy comes up and then the hands come up with the energy. Now, the same thing again. You can bring the energy back down again, back, return to the dantian, and then back up to prayer position. Good. And then we're going to step. We're going to bring the back foot forward, and we're going to step off to the right. Yeah, heel toe. And then we're going to bring the other foot through, so they end up with the right foot in front again. It's going to go back through. Remembering that the feet are parallel to the side now. Yeah, and then we start the same thing again. It's double weight into yin tongue. Yep. Now I'm going to talk you through the whole thing. We'll go in one go. Have you guys got any questions before I start that? Seeing you're watching it, have you got any questions? Yeah? Just let me know before I actually start. Everybody okay? I don't know who's here.
Okay, when you lower down onto one knee.
Yes.
Done this one before. When you lower down onto one knee, is the front foot heel to the floor or heel up?
The front foot's flat on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. He comes forward, flat on the ground, yes. And the toe will be off the ground at the back. Of course, the toes, and that's the hardest part, is one of my toes is a bit stiff, so I have to sit all the weight on one toe, especially when I stand up. But yes, the answer is the foot's flat. Well, it's flat as in your... It's fine. But just remember that your foot's also weight on the kidney point, even though it's flat. There's no weight in the heel, but the weight's on the kidney point, just like normal. Yeah, so you're not sitting any weight on the heel, which makes it more tricky, of course, but that's the idea. You want to keep the kidney point intact. Yep. Anybody else? Mark, you any questions? Very cool. Okay, very cool. So we'll go through the whole thing and do that whole 8 directions. So we step, just as an overview quickly, if you haven't done this, we step around and we go so we start off facing the north. And you normally would do this in this directional, and when you're going to do a full practice, make sure you do it to the directions, because it does make a difference. I'm teaching, I can't change around where my set is, so I can't change it. I have to do that this way. But for yourself, if you're practicing, practice where we are now. But if you're going to practice it, set yourself up so you're doing it towards the north first. Then you step off towards the west. Then we're going to step and go towards the south. Then we're going to step off and we're going to go towards the east. Yeah. And when we get to the east, remember, so we've gone from right foot forward, and we step to the east, right foot forward. We step to the west, to the south, right foot forward. We step to the east, step through, right foot forward. And the change round happens where we put the other foot forwards, and it happens when we're in the east. And then you go put the foot forward, and now the left foot's forward. And we're going to do a set from the left foot forward to the east. And we're going to step off, step forward to the south, step off to the west, step off and back to the north, but this time your left foot forward. And so we're going to do a set with the 4 directions with our right foot forward, and the set of the opening and closings with the left foot forward, and that's the 8 of them. And we come back to here and we finish here. And from there, the actual fixed step starts, which we'll do on Thursday. The fixed stepping starts straight from this position with the left foot forward. Yep. Okay, so we'll do that anyway, and we'll see how we go. And if you have any questions at the end, please ask. It'll take us about 10 minutes to get through this, so depends how fast we go. So we start off. Yeah, there's another piece of it, but it's okay. We'll start from here. Stepping forward. Yep. And moves the center weight. Bring your hands up. Bring your hands down. Bring your weight onto the right foot. Bring your hands to yin tongue. Breathe out as you open. Breathe in as you close. Rocking fully forward, front foot, back foot. Breathing out. Breathing in. One more time. Breathing out. Looking straight ahead. Breathing in. Good. Back to center weight. Then bring the hands down. Return the energy to the Dantian. Back up. Back to prayer position. Bring the weight forward into the right foot. Bring the hands down. Opening and closing the middle Dantian. Rocking back. Breathing out. And breathing in. Back to center weight, bring the hands up. We'll do a full practice. Bring the hands down, return the chi to the lower Dantian. Good. Breathing in and rest back in prayer position. Lower yourself down to the lower Dantian. Bring your foot down. Into your apart. Together. Now in theory, you're meant to be looking up. I was looking down, watching my hands. You don't need to do that. Look straight ahead. Bring your hands down, standing up. Bring the energy up, all the way to the top of your head. Return the chi to the lower Dantian. Then bring the hands up, back into prayer position. Move your weight onto your right foot, stepping with your left, step to the side, heel toe, then stepping forward with your right. The right goes right through, heel toe. Come to center weight, then bring your hands up to your tongue, and then opening and closing the upper Dantian. Breathing in. Breathing out as you open. Breathing in as you close. Back to center weight. Bring the hands down. All the way up. Bringing forward. Bringing out. Breathing out. Breathing in. Looking straight ahead. Back to center weight. Bring the energy up. And then return the chi back to lower Dantian. Hands up. Prayer position. Lowering yourself down. Now in saying that, Rebecca, my heel's off the ground, so I just realised sometimes, depending on what foot it is, which one I do. So as long as the kidney point's on the ground, it will be okay. And it'll be to do with how flexible you are in your ankle joint. Yep. Hands down by your side, standing up. Bring the energy up. Well, we'll do then down again. We'll do the full. Bring it up. Back in prayer position. Good. Stepping on to the right, stepping to the left. Heel toe. Then bring the right foot forward. Heel toe. Come to center weight first. Then bring your hands up. Opening and closing the upper Dantian. Breathing out. Breathing in. Back to center weight. Bring the hands down. Back to lower Dantian. Bring the hands back up into prayer position. Moving the weight forward. Bring your hands down. Rocking back, opening and closing of the middle Dantian. Just know that I'm doing exactly the same thing at the back as what I did at the front, because I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's just the same movement. Good. Forward, then come back to double weight first, then bring the hands up, and then bring the hands back down all the way to the lower Dantian, and then bring the hands back up, back into prayer position. Good, lowering yourself down. Bring your hands forward. Looking up, opening and closing the lower dantian. Good. Then bring your hands down by your side. Just have your arms draped to the side, standing up. Bring the hands up all the way to the top. Return the chi to the lower dantian. And then bring the hands back up, prayer position, double weighted. Stepping forward, that's to the south. Now a step to the east. Heel, toe. Stepping forward. Heel, toe. Good. Go to center weight first. Then bring your hands up to yin tongue as we move forward. Breathing out. Breathing in as we come back to the front foot. We're going fully weighted to the back, fully weighted to the front. We're changing weight. Back to the center. Bring the hands down. Return the chi to the lower dantian. Breathing in. We should actually say returning chi to the middle dantian might be correct for this particular set. Bring your hands forward, rocking forward on the front foot, then rock back as we open. Looking up, rocking forward as we close. Good. And bring your hands back into the center. Double weight yourself. Bring the hands up the body, and then down to the lower dantian again, or the middle dantian in this case, and then back hands back up, prayer position. Good. Now I'm going to step. Now all you have to do from this place is just step forward. So now we're going to have our right foot forward, heel, toe, and we're going to bring our hands forward, yin tongue again. We're going to rock back as we open. Rock forward as we close. So the only thing we're doing different from this set is we have our left foot forward instead of our right. Breathe out as we open. Breathe in as we close. Back to the center. Bring the hands down. Double weighted between the front and the left foot. Right and left foot. Hands come back up. Prayer position. Moving forward, bring your hands down to the middle dantian. Opening and closing the middle dantian. Back to the center. Bring the hands up. Bring the hands down. And back up, prayer position. Good. Now bending down. Bring your hands forward. Looking up. Opening and closing of the lower dantian. Good. Then bring your hands down the sides, standing back up again. Hands come up. Bring all the chi back to lower dantian. Hands come back up. Back in prayer position. Good. Shift your weight onto to your left foot and step off to the right to the back. I'll move over slightly for the screen. Step off with your right and then follow through with your left. Come center weight first, then bring your hands as we move forward, bring your hands to yin tongue, and then rocking backwards and forwards, opening and closing the upper dantian. Now we're doing this to the south again. Back to the center weight, bring the hands down, return the chi to the lower dantian, the middle dantian, bring the hands up. Back to prayer position. Bringing the hands down. Rocking forward. Now do the middle Dantian, rocking backwards and forwards. Opening and closing. Breathe in when you bring the hands together. Breathe out when you bring your hands apart. Make sure the hands touch when you bring them back together. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet. They always go back and they always touch. Center, back to the center weight. Bring the hands up. Return the chi to the lower Dantian or the middle Dantian. I'll get it right soon. So used to calling it something else. Bring the hands back in the prayer position. Good. Lowering yourself down. Hands forward. Looking up. Drape the hands down, standing up. Continue the movement of the hands up. Bring the energy back to lower Dantian. And bring the hands back up again, back in the prayer position. Good. Shift the weight onto your left foot. Step off to the right. And then bring the left foot forward. Heel, toe. Come to center weight first. Then bring your hands to yin tongue as you move forward. Then opening and closing the upper Dantian, breathing out. Breathing in. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but make sure the hands always touch in the middle when you come back to the center. You don't want any gap. They're completely closed. Look straight ahead. Cool. Back to the center. Bring the hands down. Bring the hands up. Break the prayer position. Moving forward. Your hands down to the middle Dantian. Rocking back open. Rocking forward close. Touching the hands in the center. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Back to the center. Bring the hands up. Turn the chi to the lower Dantian. Bring the hands back up, prayer position. Lowering yourself down, bring the hands down. Opening and closing lower Dantian. Looking up. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. Drape your hands down by the side, standing up. Bring the hands up. Turn the chi to the lower Dantian. Bring your hands up. Back to prayer position. Move the weight onto the left. Step off the right. Heel, toe. And then step forward with the left. Heel, toe. Now I've gone out of the tree. I'm just going to step back slightly. Heel, toe. So left foot forward. Now we're back to the north again. Come center weight first. Then bring your hands to the yin tongue. And then as you rock back open, as you rock back close. One more time. Back to the center. Bring the hands down, return the chi to the lower Dantian. Middle Dantian. God, still didn't get it right. Prayer position. Moving your hands forward. That was the last opportunity. I've got another couple more yet. Breathing back. Breathing in as you come forward. Breathing out. Breathing in. Big thing is making sure that you keep looking forward. Keep forward. Keep your back straight, looking forward. Good. Back into the center. I'm thinking about it now. Breathing in. Just bring your hands up. Bring energy back to the middle Dantian. Yoo-hoo, got one right. Bring your hands back up. Back to prayer position. Very good. Lowering yourself down. Bring your hands down. Keep your back straight, looking up. Remember, don't breathe with this one, just do the action, and your mind intention is clear in the lower Dantian, which is Ren Mai 1, do 1. That's your intention, but you don't do the breathing. Hands, drop your hands down. Stand back up again, bring your hands back up. All the way up. Return the chi to the middle Dantian. That's twice I got it right. Bring the hands back up to prayer position. And we finish there. Very cool. And of course, from there we start with the stepping. From there we start and go into the stepping for the next switch, which we'll do on Thursday. We'll start the stepping, and I'll see if we can do. I'll set up the camera, see if we can do 9 steps either way. Yep, and do it backwards and forwards from that. Yep. So it's a great set, and I'm not sure if both of you have done the. I know Mark, you have. I'm not sure if you, Rebecca, you've done it, but we do the same thing again after we do all the stepping. We do the same thing again at the other end of it. It's a great set. It's a great set. Which I don't think I mentioned on the course, but it's a really good thing to do at the solstice, the change of the seasonal change, because we're doing it to the 4 directions. We're doing to the north, south, east, west. So we're balancing our energy of our 3 Dantians to the north, south, east, west, and then north, west, south, east, south, west, north. So you'll get it right. And we're balancing those directions, but we're not only balancing them, but we're balancing the yin aspect of it, and then we balance the yang aspect of it, because we open and close with a different foot forward, so it's changed it more yin and more yang. It's not completely yin, because there's always yin and yang, but there's more yin ones with foot forward. It's more yang. To do the first step, we do the yang set first, and then we do a yin foot coming back. So it balances up the 4 directions and the yin and yang in our body and the 3 Dantians. So it's a great exercise, what it does. So that's what we're up to. So if you can't see, the problem is, of course, you can't see from the back, but as you say, if you have a look at the course, I know, Mark, you've got the course. If you get a bit lost what I'm doing in the back, it's the same thing as everywhere else, but the course shows you how to do it at the back. So he has a back view of it. Yeah. Very cool. Feel quite exhilarated now, don't we? Sounds fantastic. Roll back on your thumbs. Thanks, Mark. Qigong. Very cool.